All right. Hello and welcome to Temtalk, a podcast about the Creature Collection MMO Temtem. I'm your host this week, Presby Kennedy, joined as always by the wonderful Mr. Gaijin Boo, and we have a special guest this week, the lovely, the beautiful WillowWisp. We have a pretty short episode for you today, and I didn't have a main topic for it, so I wanted to bring on a guest and short notice. I was talking to my partner, Willow, and I was just like, hey, you want to come on Tim Talk tonight? And she was up for it, and so she has graced us with her presence. As always, we let the guests go first. Willow, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. Kind of surprised to be here tonight.
Well, you know, we brought you on so you can give us all of like the top strategies to get to like 2,000 TMR. I know.
I can absolutely do that. The key is to have the right color palette.
Oh, the right color palette. Okay.
Yes.
That's how
Tsubaki
Tsubaki did it.
Win. Yeah, you just have to be a really pretty team and you'll win.
Okay.
Makes sense. It's not about stats. It's about beauty.
No.
And Gaijin, how are you doing this evening?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. No complaints really. It's been another long Monday. You know, finished work from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. and I slept okay. I went to bed at 4 a.m., but then I had to get up at 8 a.m. to make sure I didn't have to have an appointment with somebody, and then I went back to sleep because the appointment didn't happen. So I went back to bed until like 12:30. It was good. It was good. I slept good.
Yeah, that's a nice like middle of the day nap. I know for myself, I work with a student right in the afternoon, and he didn't show up for our meeting. And I waited about a half hour, and he still didn't show up. And I was like, I'm just gonna go to sleep. And I probably did something a little bit similar. I slept for maybe an hour and a half, and then I just got on with the rest of my day because all the rest of my work was freeform. But with that, let's jump into the show today. So, as always,
this week's Temtalk show is going to be about the breakup of Daft Punk.
The breakup of Daft Punk. We're devoting a whole episode to it. Yeah. Somebody
and its effect on the Temtem game and community.
Somebody in my Discord posted a song, Daft Punk Epilogue, which I haven't listened to yet.
It's not a song. It's their goodbye.
Oh, are they? It's just.
It's actually a clip. It's a 7-minute clip from their full-length movie called Electroma, and it's basically just a good summary of their, goodbye. I guess, it's a good clip for goodbye.
Okay, man, yeah, Daft Punk defined an era, like a whole era genre of music. It's gonna be it's gonna be different, I guess, without them. But
It'll be weird.
Yeah,
Legends.
Very
no
interested
longer...
to see how like that area of music evolves.
Gone but never forgotten. I mean,
May I say something slightly offensive?
No.
I cannot think of the title of a single Daft Punk song. I'm not sure I've ever actually listened to them.
Never heard Get Lucky?
Yeah, that's the one I was just thinking.
Yes, I have heard that one. Okay, cool.
Because that's like one of the most common ones.
Stronger, harder, better, faster, stronger. Yeah. And then one of the other ones I like by them.
Harder, better, faster, stronger is also a very popular one.
Yeah, Around the World. There was like a Mothership one. I don't know if that was an album or a song, but I really enjoyed that one too.
So, Willow, your homework for after the show is to listen to a couple of Daft Punk songs.
I didn't know this came with homework. I'm gonna have to dip out.
You can actually do this homework while doing your other homework. It's perfect.
Yeah, you know what? I'll help you out with this homework. We can get on call, join a watch together room and educate ourselves.
All right, it's a date.
Ooh, I like that. So for me, all last week, which really, really sucked. We ended the last Tim Talk on this. I was getting over a sickness, and fortunately I was on break, so basically all I did last week was sleep. and eat white rice. I did all of my dojo battles and I got a Kinu radar, but I just did not have the stamina to sit down and go through the whole Kinu radar. So I only got like and this is like the sucktastic thing about these Kinu radars. I get the Kinu radars right after I do like something like big in Temtem. So I just had got done doing 4 radars, like 2 the previous week and 2 before that, and I had the 5% shoeings that I was going after and the 5% roller, and then I get the 5% Kinu radar and I'm just like, okay, I gotta get the Kinu, and I got about 100 into it and I was like, I'm just gonna sleep. So I didn't finish my Kinu radar last week.
Absolutely disgusting, disgraceful, shameful. I don't know who you think
even
you
I've
are.
finished the Kinu radar.
See? Willow finished a Kinu radar.
I only do one radar a week.
How is it that Willow is more involved in Temtem than you are?
Because she's amazing. But also, can I discuss all of you?
We have our Temtalk host this week. It's Gaijin Boo and WillowWisp with our special guest Presby Kennedy, the occasional Temtem player.
Can I discuss all of you? This is the second time that I've...
Discuss all of us? Are you discussing us or are you telling us?
DISGUST.
Oh, disgust?
Oh.
Yes. This is the second time that I have gotten a Kinu radar and haven't gotten it past 150 encounters. This is the second time this has happened to me. The first time it happened, I had just got my ult up to do all of its radar, or all of its dojo battles and everything, and all in level 58 Tims. And I did all of my radars on my main. Then I got on my ult, and I did all of my dojo battles. And this is coming off the previous week of doing all of my radars. And then I get a Kinu radar, and it's like, okay, I'll go do this one too. And I just was like, no, I don't. I heard the Captain America quote. Nah, I don't think I will. Get this man out of here, off with his head.
I'm with Blank on this one. Who do you think you are?
If it's a Kinu radar, I'll do it for you. I want Kinus.
See, there
I
we
need
go.
them.
Okay, I'm down for that. The next Kinu radar I get, I will do. I'm actually a little excited this week though, because and I don't know, maybe this will garner more hate. I got a Kalamazoo radar and I don't have a shiny Calibus yet, and I want that pink squid thing. So I'm very excited for the Calibus radar because not 5%ers go significantly faster. And it's just like, oh, I can knock this out and then I can go, do whatever I want in game.
But you know what else you can do? Well, wait, let's be real. You're not doing anything else in game. You're hardly touching Temtem. Just lift it up,
you don't know.
walk away, go
You don't
do
know that,
whatever you're
Gaijin.
doing.
Hey,
turn on World of Warcraft and leave on Temtem in the background.
ask
Or
me
Guild
how
Wars
many
2.
hours. Ask me how many hours of World of Warcraft I played this week. Ask me,
Guild Wars
Gaijin.
2. How many hours of Guild Wars 2?
He's played a lot of Guild Wars 2.
Yeah, see, there we go. Because I
But
forgot that you had moved.
He's not playing much WoW right now.
Yeah,
That's 'cause
Willow
he
can
beat it
attest
all.
for that. But
Just
also,
doing raids or whatever, right? Yeah.
Hey,
I
it's
have
my
been
fault.
I've been really into the Temtem community again this week. I watched a portion of Plus's tournament, and then I also watched Saber's tournament that she put on this Sunday, the Joust number 5, and was really happy to see Johnny Bensmoke take it, getting me real inspired, bringing tears to my eyes.
Johnny Vinsmoke was in your club thing, right?
Yeah, Johnny
not club
Bensmoke, an
thing,
academy student, coming up to be a tournament champion.
Yeah, look at you go.
It's not me. But yeah, it made me look through like all my Tims, and I've got a couple teams that I'm gonna play. And somebody did the thing that I really want to do, and I don't remember the player who did this, so forgive me for forgetting their name. Somebody did the strategy that I want, that like with all of our understanding of Temtem now and the meta and everything that's evolved around it, people have kind of stopped running the move flank scunch opener. And it's not that move flank scunch opener is bad. It's that they're just other, better strategies now. But it's still a pretty good opener that has a whole bunch of pressure that denies setup. That, you have to answer the scunch and you have to answer the move flank. And if you can take and ban into a situation where you get like a turn or 2 turns of just scunch move flank on the field, before they get answered, like they just still run away with the game. So made me happy to see like somebody bringing that back out of the closet, because remember, scunch move flank, I mean, now we have Momo and Yowler too, but scunch move flank was the whole reason we were running double mentals like on our teams now, or when Kisawa first dropped. So it's good to see it's still viable.
I still can't believe how much damage Moflank actually does. It's just like it does as much damage as a glass cannon should do, but it's not a glass cannon.
Yeah, it's a bulky boy with a big old execute.
Yeah, it's a giant boulder being dropped on your head. And I just want to say, this has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but RGI Isosceles typed the word "who" in a comment they were posting in chat. The word "who," WHO, and Twitch was like, "No, we're going to block this word. Is this correctly blocked?" No. Why?
I saw that out of the corner.
My name.
I saw that out of the corner of my eye. It flagged it as red on my screen, like in the chat, and I was like, wait, he didn't use points to highlight a message? What's that? Okay, I'll deal with it later. I'm glad you got it sorted, though.
Yeah, I got it sorted. No big deal. But I'm just like, what? Why? Of all words, who? Who? Like, come on.
The World Health Organization is,
Gaijin who?
Well, first of all, you can't say Gaijin, because that one gets censored, too.
Yeah, I mean, Gaijin's been banned from Temtem before, too, so
it's true.
This guy's up to nefarious stuff.
He's a criminal.
He is.
Bandit.
That said, Gaijin, did you want to talk about your week?
Yeah. It was a pretty uneventful week. I did compete in the Plus Cup monthly because they had openings they needed to fill.
Nice. How did you do? I didn't even see that. And I was watching that tournament.
Terrible. I won 1 match out of 3 and saw myself swiftly out the door. That'll happen, though, when you end up killing your own Vlash with a Madness buff. Thinking that it might be able to take a 2 hits from the Thames on the field, and then forgetting that Hyperkinetic Strike is online from the Zephy, the Vola. So yeah, I Madness buff myself straight to heck, and yeah, it was pretty much downhill from there. Every other game. Yeah.
That's whose butt did you kick? Let me see if I can.
I didn't kick anybody's butt. I won once, barely, by the skin of my teeth. It was, oh gosh, why can't I Garzel, which is, why can't I think of their name right now? Because they were in the Boo Crew, but then I got them into
the Foundation. Okay.
Because obviously they should be in the competitive club if they're playing competitive.
Oh man, that's That always bites when you have to like knock one of your club members out of a tournament.
Yeah, well,
Like I just remember watching tournaments with Enigma members in some sides of the brackets ending up where all the Enigma players have to knock each other out, and it's just it's always crushing.
Yeah, but when you have giant clubs like that, I mean, it's gonna happen.
Giant club, you say, with our 40 members.
That's a lot of members. How many? But I think is PDX the biggest?
I believe so. Hold on. Let me look at Enigma right now. So we have 34 members in club, and there's like 40 something on the Discord. Wait, plus is in Enigma?
No, a year plus. I said.
Oh,
PDX has been going for a year plus.
Yeah. I was just like, wait, what?
Are there any advantages to being in a club?
They plan on adding them. Suki spoke about it when she was on Temtalk, of adding more reasons, but right now it's just a social hub.
Yeah. nothing too super amazing right now, but they're going to be working on it.
When you do competitive, though, the banners in the background, they replace themselves with whatever your club's logo is.
Yeah.
So being in a club, you can get a fancy logo behind you when you're kicking butt.
Most of the foundation may not be that high in TMR or that good in competitive. We do have a couple of very good players though. But at least we win the banner wars.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. I'm a part of the foundation now. That was part of my last week. I got invited and I got my Valash back.
That's right. You got your stupid boat put in back.
That wonderful boat Putin who carried me through 2 dojo leaders today because I didn't feel like making custom teams for them, and I was just like, you know what?
That name
I'll just madness buff my Valash and go ham.
Oh, don't worry, Blank. I will force you into Guild Wars. It's all good.
I would very much.
I can help with that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would like more people to play Guild Wars with. I'll never complain about that. Beautiful. I know what happened in your week this past week. I was gonna say I'll still give you the opportunity to talk about it, but I know you didn't have much time to play.
Absolutely nothing because I'm taking exams.
Gross.
So I played a few hours of Guild Wars and basically nothing else. Now I'm working on leveling up all of my Tems. I'm trying to get something resembling a competitive team together.
Yeah, if you ever want help building it or practicing with it, definitely let me know. I say scrimmages against people you know are like the best way to learn. Because you can always...
you've kicked my butt every time.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you're not learning stuff.
I'm not. I'm not smart enough to learn.
I am right there with you in that boat.
I haven't had many opportunities to scrim lately, but that's like when I feel the best about the game is just like when I can talk to the person of just like, oh, you know, when you did this and you know, you were making these plays, like what were you thinking? And this is where I was at. And it's always given me like the chances and areas to like improve on my play. That said, I think I'm gonna tackle some. I didn't get like super good radars this week on my main account, so I'll do the radars on my after I do the Kalamazoo, of course. I'll do the rematches on my alt, and if I don't get anything really amazing with my Temtem time this week, I'm probably gonna do placement matches on my alt just to get back into the swing of things. I'm never been a big fan of like smurfing or anything, but also I recognize that you know, the skill decay is like a natural thing, so just is what it is.
Yeah. When you don't play for how long has it been? World Wars 2 skills and World of Warcraft skills do not transfer or correlate into Temtem.
Somebody challenged me to a Temtalk match in January, or a Temtem match in January, and that was the last competitive match I did. So
yeah,
Love, it's almost the end of February.
I know that. I'm not contesting it. I'm saying like when you can measure like not 4 years to the day.
I challenge you for the end of the show, another match.
The viewers are calling for a Temtalk battle.
Okay.
That
I'll do it.
Be a channel point redemption too.
I don't have a team together, but I can put one together as soon as we're done recording.
That's okay.
So.
I'll be the referee.
Yeah, now we're talking.
All right. So let's jump into our news for today. We've only had a little bit of news this week. We've got a couple tweets to go through. A tournament to cover. I watched the finals of Joust. I didn't watch the finals of the monthly. So, Gaijin, if you want to talk about that one, you can, but Joust was the one I was going to cover. Then we got some listener questions, and then we will be out of here today. Oh, beautiful. I didn't tell you about it, but we always let the guests do the turn 30. So, if you have anything at the end of the show you want to discuss, the turn 30 will be up to you. With that, let's jump into our weekly reset.
I just want to say that I know nothing about the monthly other than I lost it really badly.
That's perfectly fine. I just didn't want to like. I didn't.
I had to. I always have to work during Plus's tournaments, and I can't listen to people talk while I'm reading thousands of comments. It's impossible. I can't read and hear words at the same time. It messes with my brain. It's like when I first tried using a microphone like this, I didn't realize the mixer was set up to have my voice playing back at a delay. And when I'm trying to hear myself, when I'm talking and I hear myself talking back to me, it really messed my brain up. It breaks me like every time.
I've got that like turned all the way down on this microphone. It does the same thing, and I'm just like, I don't want that, please and thank you. But I guess like if you're like a professional singer or something like that, it's helpful, but who knows.
Excuse me.
All good.
There's no excuse for you.
I know inviting you anywhere beautiful comes with the hiccups. You're a package deal, and I welcome
They're
it.
good luck hiccups.
All right.
Your TMR will raise by 100 points if you hiccup in the next 24 hours.
Now we're talking.
All right, let's see if I can spook myself into one. I read the Psypark last week, Gaijin, so I'll take the free Tem this week if you want to read it.
Go for it. Yeah,
Okay.
Let me hold on. I gotta open the.
Okay.
The document that I totally have had open the entire time.
While you open the first Psypark, I'll read the free Tem reward.
Go for it.
So this week, for 60 releases, we have 12 smoke bombs. That's a whole ton of smoke bombs. Okay. 125 releases gives you 2 incubator tickets. This is my first time looking at this. 220 releases gives you 1 telomere hack. Oh, that's a cheap telomere hack this week.
And cheap telomere hack.
Yeah, and 440 releases gives you 8 Wish You Well coins. Those
now
are...
That's interesting, because those are like, what, somewhere between 3,000 and 5,000 pansons each?
Yeah, I was going to say 2.5.
Okay, fine. 2.5. The prices have settled.
Yeah, let's see. I'm gonna just do it at like the absolute minimum price I saw them. 2.5 times 8 is 20,000 pansons for...
On top of probably 70,000 pansons, so it's a 90,000 panson week if you finish it all.
Yeah, and
Or
then
80.
you know all the money you get from the releases. It's not a terrible week at all, actually. And I think those Wish You Well coins, I preach this on Temtalk. I think as we get closer to Sipanku, they just get more and more valuable. So, definitely.
I don't know. I feel like so... I think they're probably going to remain the same, honestly. Just because there's a constant, like, gain of Wish You Well coins and a constant burn of Wish You Well coins, but I know a lot of people that are hoarding them as well.
Yeah, same. Like, I'm hoarding mine.
So, I don't know. I know somebody with, I think, like, what, 140 of them already?
Oh my goodness gracious, that's so many.
Yeah, just a bit.
All right, well, I've got to do a better job. So
I haven't gotten one yet.
What?
Oh, if you don't feel like free timing a huge amount, or you don't, this is my advice. This is how I get them, and you don't want to do the fishing quests. I go to the post office and I see if they have 3 package rewards. Like, I accept whatever the mission is, and if it's not 3 packages, I don't do it. But if it is 3 packages, it does have a chance to give you Wish You Well coins, and so then I'll do like the 3 package delivery, and it takes like 4 or 5 minutes.
I'm gonna be honest, I picked up a package once, forgot about it, and I've been too ashamed to go back because I don't want to see any dialogue where they're like, man, you didn't deliver the package. So I just have never gone back.
They reprimanded you?
That is the most wonderful case of anxiety I've heard.
It's like Rossetti. Rossetti in Animal Crossing.
Just if you never log back in, you never have to hear the lecture.
I think if the package fades out of your inventory, because this has happened with me quite often, that I don't think they care. It just kind of like disappears. And it's like, we need food delivered. Will you deliver it? Sure. Thanks. It's like, never mind that I've let like a dozen of your packages rot in my inventory. But definitely you have an option to get some Wish You Well coins this week from Free Tim, and if you don't want to, just keep doing your postal deliveries.
Yeah.
That said, Gaijin, did you want to say anything?
It's a pretty good looking free time week. I like that it's 12 smoke bombs for 60 releases. That's good. Like,
Yeah.
that's not that hard. I mean, smoke bombs are useful. People are going to use them. I mean, if you already have smoke bombs and you're already at 99, I guess sell 12 so you have space. But other than that, I mean, it looks like a pretty good week. I know a lot of people that are going to want those incubator tickets. Those are very popular. And I think 8 Wish You Well coins is definitely worth the 440 releases. Thank you guys for not making it a DNA strand. Appreciate it. But yeah, I think it's a good week. Over in Side Park, it looks like a pretty good week. I feel like we've had Genki a few times now. Not a lot, but I feel like it wasn't that long ago that we had Genki. But either way, Kuri is really cool. Genki is really cool. They both have pretty decent minimum SVs, 28 and 25. So you're looking at pretty good stats overall. Of course, Kuri doesn't have an egg technique, so it's a little interesting on that one. Usually, SV week is mostly about the egg moves and getting good breeding stuff, but Kuri just doesn't have any. But it does have decent SVs. I've seen people using Korin in competitive. It's not a huge use, but it could change in the future. I mean, overall, I think it's an okay week. 2,600 Pansuns for 28 side cards, which means you're paying slightly less than 100 Pansuns per card.
Friend of the show, Talakai, had some really fun uses for Korin, and it gets Toughen, which is a way to easily raise your physical defense quickly.
Yeah.
Then it has that skull head thing that makes it really hard to take down with. I think it gives it resistance against melee and some other typings, and then it's got willpower drain, so it's pretty interesting control, Tim. It gets bulky quick, and it just kind of sits on the field. The problem is once it's sitting on the field, what are you doing with it? That's always like the issue. But, if you're willpower draining enough, and it's sitting out there, and you've got something else to heal it, it's something I've always wanted to dabble with. But I cut you off while you're saying something, Gaijin.
Sorry, my cat is going insane. And I'm trying to trap him so I can put him back in his sweater. Hold on a second.
Oh, the thunder sweater. Okay. Yeah, so
He must be captured.
we've got the Curry, we've got the Genki. Pretty decent week moving forward. Just getting, more electric for Sapanku on the horizon. And
Oh yeah, I forgot about the electric furt. Yeah, so getting good stat mail Genkis is going to be real handy, especially if you're looking to get ready to breed as soon as you get into Sapanku.
yeah, it's a pretty decent Side Park week. 28 cards. I won't complain about it. Willow, did you want to say anything on this before I move forward to the fishing?
Nothing in particular.
Okay, and finally for our lodge this week, we have the water melee Koish, and you have an opportunity to get a bunch of melee Tems to breed up with. I know for a long while people were making a lot of money off of breeding and selling Size Munch's Smazzies. I was trying to remember Size Munch's starter Tem. But yeah, off of selling Smazzies, and normally the easiest way to do that is to, breed it with like any melee or earth Tem you can get. So that extra furt's definitely going to help out in that situation. Other than that, I don't think there's anything super grand that melee Koish offers to the game that I've thought of. So
I really feel like the fish, most of them are useful for breeding.
yeah, same. Until we get our reservoir, Tim, next patch.
I'm so excited. So excited.
Samesies.
Yeah, I don't know. Looks like a pretty good side park if you like either of these Tems. Obviously it's 1 times odds. There's no Luma chances here except for the normal one. So, but
well, I don't think Curry has 100% spawn ratio in the wild. I don't think. Don't call me on that. But
80, maybe 50 or something. I don't know, because it spawns with Goaty most of the time.
Yeah, and I think that patch is 50, because I remember I went to Luma Hunt Goaty at full odds before, radars went down, and I was like, what? It only spawns with Curry. Screw this. And I dipped out.
I like their purple Luma a lot.
Yeah, at the time, I didn't have any desire for it.
80% is the highest, it seems.
Okay.
Thank you, Isosceles and Mongoose Dog.
So it's a tiny little bump up if you're Luma hunting Curry. You got 100% Curry spawn chance.
So it's like a 1.2 times, chance, a 0.2 increase.
Alrighty, so let's get on to our next piece of news. We have a soundtrack update from Damien. Yes, this sounds absolutely wonderful. I listened to it about 5 times on repeat earlier. So earlier,
he is just hammering on them keys. He's really getting into it.
Yes. So the Temtem official Twitter tweeted out a tweet from Damian Sanchez, just giving us kind of like a behind-the-scenes look at him trying to make a Temtem trap. And apparently...
Wait, trying to make a Temtem track?
Well, I don't
think the man tries.
Yeah, the first tweet is 3 days in a row trying to find the right mood for this Temtem track. Will today be the day? And then there's a follow-up tweet. So I got all the energy you sent me and converted it into some epic drum lines. Version 4, but finally this has what it takes to be in Temtem. Coming soon to your earbuds. And let's listen to this track. I'm gonna play it live.
Make sure it's not all the way full volume.
I've got it at half volume.
All right, cool. Just making sure.
Yeah, and so it's not like the highest audio quality because there's a microphone in the room picking up what's coming off of the computer, and obviously he's playing into a keyboard. But we can still hear the results of the effort somewhat in the background if we listen. So I'm gonna play it now. That sounds so beautifully epic. I don't know if you played along with me, Gaijin, but it just that sounds like boss music to me. That sounds like boss music.
I am playing. I did play it along. I was listening on the VOD there, not listening to the actual video. I listened to it before previously, but I was listening to it again on the VOD.
And is that Forest of Punker?
We're not 100% certain.
It has to be a battle song for some big battle, I'm assuming. It's definitely a song for a battle.
Yeah, the title of it on his computer is Cubase Pro Project 0017, and this was version 3, and then version 4, I guess, was the final one he decided on. So we will see. I don't know if I don't know if Cubase is a program. Let me Google search that. Cubase. Yeah, that's a program. So we don't have the title for it. But yeah, I'm going with battle music and just so spoilers for anybody listening for the Temtem storyline. So I will give you right now 5 seconds to mute your microphone, and in 20 seconds we'll stop talking about it. So mute now. But one of the things we find out in the storyline is that Bel Soto has this floating mega base that they're using to travel between clouds and siege islands. And currently we believe it's on Sapanku, and so I think we're going to be like raiding it and trying to take it down. And I don't know, this kind of sounds like the music that's going to be going on that whole time. So who knows?
Hopefully this time they actually have it so that it functions properly. I remember there was a bug on day one for Kisiwa, where when you get to the area where General X is, the music doesn't play. It doesn't play, and it was really disappointing because I didn't get to experience that my first time through. So it was kind of a bummer, but hopefully everything is sorted with audio in this release, because that would be good.
Yeah, it's one of those things of just being an early access game of like, you want to truck through the content so you can help find bugs and report them.
Whoa, stop giving them excuses, man. Imperfections are inexcusable, unacceptable. I don't know who they think they are.
Well, no. I'm not talking on Krima's side. I'm just saying, like, for me, because I actually wasn't perturbed to take my time through the Kisiwa content because I knew there were going to be bugs. And I knew that, like, if I give it a little bit, they'll straighten out the kinks and then I can have that, like, full experience. And so it's like, on one hand, you want to help them with the development and you want to find the bugs and report them. But on the other hand, you also want a really pleasant experience when you play, too. So both of them are kind of, like, I see both sides of, like, you know, taking it slow or rushing through content.
I mean, I'm not going to take my time. I mean, I played every bit of the story. I didn't rush it. But I played for like 12 hours that day.
I guess I'm also thinking of other things in my mind as we're like having this. Like for me, I really wanted Hocus and Pocus, and you know I've like, it's one of my favorite Tims, and I put it on as many teams as I can. But when it came out, I did not go and, you know, Luma hunt it instantly because I was afraid, like, you know, any bugs or kinks that were going to be up there. And, you know, there were all of those bans, and they weren't associated with the Pocus patch, but it was just like,
I
just
don't know
breathing
anything
for a minute.
about any bans. Okay? I don't know nothing about them.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's that's a little news on the audio or the soundtrack update, and I just love getting these little bits of the soundtrack, and hopefully we can get a little bit more before Sipanku comes out. All right, I
just want a full soundtrack already. That's it. I just want the soundtrack.
Soon.
I want to hear it all, Damien. I need to hear it. This, oh gosh, the video for, so initially seeing the initial drawing of Gulzy, I'm like, I don't know how I feel. I don't know about it. But seeing the animation and seeing it in motion, I love it. It feels so good.
It reminds me of Sully from Monsters Inc., though.
I just put this on the screen.
Bit.
Do one of you want to explain what's going on for the people listening to the podcast?
Go for it, Willow.
Go for it, Gaijin.
Alright, fine. So on screen, we're on the Play Temtem Twitter account, looking at an animation for Gulzy number 83. And they state, get to know Gulzy. Bred by the patient priests of Miyako from local varieties of electric Temtem, Gulzy is a gentle giant that helps the villagers carry heavy loads through the difficult mountain passes. Their constant presence has become a symbol of the monastery. Insert animation here.
Yeah, and so I'm assuming that's going to be Gulzy's Tempedia entry, and
yeah,
we got that as a tweet. When did this tweet come out? On the 17th of February. So yeah, we have information. We don't have the Tempedias on Sparzy and Smolzy, but we have information now on each member of the Gulzy family, and I was thoroughly and happily surprised to see Sparzy getting an evolution, but also like I love that it just kind of ties into the world a little bit more. So yeah, that's going to be our Yeti boy, Golzy, and competing to not be the only Yeti, or Yowler now competing to not be the only Yeti in game.
Is Yowler a Yeti? It looks like a polar bear to me.
A polar bear, it looks like an abominable snowman, which I think was based off of like Yetis.
We have Yowler as a abominable snowman.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yetis are
saying.
slightly different.
Boom.
Okay, hold on. Let me Google search Yeti. Well,
Oh, hey,
Yeti.
I found you.
Yeah, a Yeti's a cup, so it's very interesting. And I'm kidding. All right, so
Yes, Yetis are cups.
that's our final bit of news to go over this week. So I'll go back to our other scene. And the only other thing we had on the list for today was the tournaments and the listener questions. So I talked about this briefly earlier. Shout out to Saber, Saber Space TTV. And she's been running lots of events for the community, always inviting people to cast, and just always fun to watch the events she puts on. And this Sunday there was the Joust number 5. I was fortunate enough to be able to watch the quarterfinals, the semifinals, and the finals of that, and it was a heck of a showing. I saw academy student and tournament champion, multiple tournament champion now, Johnny Vinsmoke going ham, knocking out Prodi in the earlier parts of the finals, and going on to eventually win the tournament. The funny thing is, remember I mentioned the Scunch Mooflink combo? And I'm trying to remember who was running the Scunch Mooflink. But there was a match. I was watching somebody, and they had Momo Mooflink, which is slightly less amazing. And everyone, including myself, always forgets Double Edge. They Double Edge to finish off a Tim on the other side with like 2% HP left. And Double Edge, when synergized with the normal Tim, increases the defense and special defense of the Tim it hits and deals like 1 point of damage. And rather than finishing off the Tim, they almost threw the match and made their life a little bit harder to have to come back and climb out of. And it was it was just such a wake up moment of just how quick if you're not paying attention to the little ins and outs, like the flow of a match can change. And Gaijin, I know you look at the comments on the YouTube videos pretty regularly, but
Regularly. I looked at them once and got into an arguing match with people.
Oh, okay. Well, I say regularly because sometimes when I go to comment on them, you've already commented.
Sometimes. You mean the one time? Although I did go back to some of the videos and was answering a couple of things people had posted. I do need to go, look at them a little bit better, but I'm not good at reading mean things on the internet.
Well, so our last episode, we focused on synergies as our main topic. And the people on the last episode were just like, why are you guys doing synergies as a main topic a year into this game's release? And it's just like, well, one, people are always coming to the game and, finding the podcasts and finding, discovering discovering, all the ins and outs of the game. Like, the information's new to somebody. And then... Yeah. I think this tournament just kind of proved how easy it is to kind of forget and overlook those things. And it's just like, oh yeah, Double Edge, just kill off that. Oh god, I buffed it! Don't live, please don't live! Oh, they Double Edged a Aerobic Volarin, and the Aerobic Volarin got 2 more hyperkinetics off and killed 2 more Tims. No. And it was the worst thing you could possibly Double Edge. So it's just like... sometimes the things that we think are basic fundamentals win games.
And I just want to say that even though this game has been out for over a year now, there's still a lot of people who don't know exactly how synergies really work or never really looked too much into it. If so facto me. There's a lot of us that don't really pay that much attention. Like I look at the thing and I press the button, and now I see that there's a synergy thing, and occasionally I read it. Yeah, but there's always going to be people like me that just press the button that does the thing. I'm trying to get better about that, but yeah, a lot of people probably don't look too much into synergies, because especially if they're coming from other, monster taming games, monster battling games, where
What's a
things like that
synergy?
don't exist.
Yeah. And like when Von Lin first started doing this show, he was going in depth on one like aspect of Temtem, and just like out of all the things we did, we just never did synergies. So
I wasn't here for 12 episodes or something like that, so don't blame me.
No, I don't blame you. I was just making sure we're comprehensive. That's fine.
Von Lin. It's all Von Lin's fault. If you guys want to know
He's
why
not here to
synergies
defend
weren't
himself.
covered sooner, talk to Von Lin. If you can find him.
What's a synergy? Bob Chow, look at the last episode of the podcast on the channel. Or no, the episode before last. Episode 50, we cover synergies. So, and we go into depth on what those are and how to do it in the last 20 minutes of the episode. But yeah, synergies, fun aspect of Temtem. Games built around 2v2s, so sometimes having another Tim on your side of the field alters how some moves work, and that's the basic idea of a synergy. So sometimes you just have to remember having that second Temtem alters how some moves work, and was basically the whole gist of this conversation. But
pretty much, yeah. Water cannon plus toxic Tem on your side of the field equals water cannon damage plus adding 2 ticks of poison versus just water cannon damage. Basically, Bob, it just adds an extra effect to a move if there is a corresponding Temtem on that side of the field.
Yeah. And the final thing I wanted to mention about the Joust tournament, that was really, really scary. I keep saying, we're in the land of the toxics. There were so many toxic teams in the finals, so many people running 3+ or 4+ toxics.
Too many. And it's so weird how there's so many toxics being run despite wind already being so dominant, and yet they do so well.
Yeah, and that's what I said. Toxics are only going to get scarier because electrics are going to push more wins off teams. And then, who's going to stop the toxics? Who's going to save us? We need a hero!
The only good toxic Tem is Adoraboros.
I can be a little baby.
I can be a cute little dragon. Yeah, I still have your Adoraboros. Sunrise, I was going to...
I know you do.
Yeah. I have a team idea for it.
I'm training up a new one.
Oh, because you're never going to get it back?
You know how long it took him to train my Tems? Good lord.
Oh, he's not training it. I just gave it to him to use.
I know. And if it took him that long to train my stuff, it's going to take him way longer just to give it back.
Hey, Gaijin, I don't want to hear anything about giving back Tims. I don't want to hear it, Gaijin. I just got my Valash back at the start of last week.
You just asked me for it.
No, I asked you for it 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and I told you.
It's true. I remember
to
him
meet
talking to me about it.
And then you never did.
I don't know about that.
It's not my fault. You were too busy playing Guild Wars 2.
All right.
Boom.
Let's go to listener questions. We've got just a few this week. We didn't get to cover them last week because I know, shots were fired. We didn't get to cover them last week because we got really in depth with RG Isosceles. Thank you for coming on and giving us that insight about the tournaments and helping thrust us back into the scene. So our questions actually are just both from last week, and poor Connor having to wait so long for his question. Connor asked, also, if you have a question and you want to have it answered on the show, you can write into temtalkshow@gmail.com, temtalkshow@gmail.com, and of course we always check it right before the show, And sometimes I check it in the middle of the week too. Connor asks, "Hi, I heard you talking about selling Rolder if you caught one from a radar. Where do you sell a Tim at? I'm a noob still learning the game." Connor, there is a trade channel in game. I lots of people post on it, but I don't know. To me, it's kind of
careful.
yeah. To me, it's kind of spammy, and I don't like trade channel. I prefer the official Discord.
Also, be very careful.
Yeah. One of the things with the official Discord, there's a channel specifically for setting up and organizing trades and purchases from people.
Before we go over the Discord, let me just point you to twitch.tv/plusop. PlusOP runs an auction house for people, and he sells your stuff for you. Granted, you will get slightly less than you would if you sold it yourself in the Discord or in Temtem chat.
But that convenience, though.
You don't have to chase anybody down. You don't have to post a bunch of comments, and you don't have to worry about really getting ripped off, because Plus does his best to get the real value for you, or as close as he knows it to be. Because, with trading, there's always going to be people who are looking to take advantage of people such as yourself and even myself. I know nothing about prices, so I would not know what to sell something for either. So there's always people looking to take advantage of people like us. Ignorance is bliss, right? Especially when it fills their pockets. So it's important to be careful and be vigilant and try to look up prices if you do want to sell it yourself. Try to look up past prices if possible. Ask a couple of people if they could do a price check for you, something like that, if you don't want to use an auction house. But I would highly recommend right now use PlusOP's auctions. It's the easiest way, especially for beginners to buy and sell stuff. It just makes a lot more sense, and it's a lot less hassle.
Yes, I agree. And plus, it auctions things on Wednesday nights and Saturday nights. And definitely just, go to his Twitch channel, PlusOP, and then you can get in on those auctions at the times they run. I always forget when they start. But if you don't want to use PlusOP, then the other option you have is the official Discord channel. Like Gaijin was saying, there's a channel in there for organizing trades, and the best thing about it is that it's done in public, or rather, other people can see it. So if somebody's trying to screw you on a deal or something, you normally have the support of the rest of the community to make sure you're not getting ripped off. But I always advise searching the channel, like finding what you want to sell in any of those trade channels, and just searching and seeing what other people have sold it for.
Yeah, and try to keep communication in the trade chat. A lot of people will try to pull you out to DMs in Discord or something. Stay in the chat. This way everybody can see what's happening, and if you're getting taken advantage of or getting taken for a ride, people will hopefully jump in and help you. Granted, most people aren't doing this. A majority of people are probably going to try and give you a decent price. Of course, people buying stuff are still trying to make a profit off of what they're buying from you, but most people aren't going to try and give you 40% of what it's worth and tell you it's a good deal. But expect to take maybe a little bit of a loss here and there or whatever, but because people try to flip stuff all the time. So
yeah, the other little thing too is always that I say, join a club. The communities in Temtem are so close knit that normally when people scam someone or try and be shady, that the gossip spreads around I wouldn't even say gossip. The news spreads around very quickly. And, if you ever feel unsure about a trade, a lot of the time somebody in your club might have had experience with that person. So
there've been a couple people, actually, speaking of trades and being new, there has been a return of a person who apparently used to scam people a lot. Apparently, so what they'll do is they'll change the price when you're trying to trade, they'll start the trade and then they'll back out and then they'll change the price and ready up again like it was an accident, except the price will be significantly lower than what it was. So if you're trading anybody something and the trade stopped all of a sudden after the amount was right, always check the amount. Don't be too quick to press ready. Always check the amount in the field. Make sure it's correct.
Yeah, just good advice, and I hope it finds you well, Connor, before you've sold anything like super valuable, even though we're a little late getting to your question. So thank you for writing in, and again, hope it's helpful. Do you want to read our next question, Gaijin, or do you want me to just tackle it?
I'll read it.
Okay, go ahead. Second question on the dock.
The next one is from Technically QX. Howdy, Temtalk. Since I asked what programs were on television a while ago, what ads do you think televisions in the archipelago run? The Super Bowl got me thinking about commercials, so thought I'd ask. It's a good question. And I would say we're probably looking at ads for balms, balm pluses, Tem cards, Tem card pluses, smoke bombs.
The Mokipani Fruit Company.
There has to be a Psypark and a free Tem ad.
There has to be. Absolutely. I would be curious to see what the free Tem ads would be like.
Do you think the Belsodo clan does television recruitment?
Probably.
Who's that? Who's the super popular movie star? Is it Adrienne? Is that her name?
I don't remember her name anymore.
I think it's Adrienne, but I could just imagine her imagine her holding a Riber or something, and it's just like Sarah McLachlan playing of "In the Arms of an Angel," gosh. And she looks up at the camera and she's like, "Temtem, they're not just code. Let them roam." Free Tem.
Oh my gosh.
That's the free Tem advertisement.
Please no. Please no.
Let's see. I'm about to look up her name right now. Lights, camera, action, side quest. Vicia.
Probably even for surfboards. Probably also for the Graviton kinetic plates. Probably the different clothing companies too, making the backpacks and stuff like that.
You think there would be an ad for surfboards? Everyone seemed to treat them as normal.
I mean, yeah, just because everybody has them doesn't mean they don't need to advertise for them.
But that's like DC ads for surfboards in our world.
That's because surfing isn't huge over where we live.
True, I feel like if everyone knows what it is, then why would you keep advertising
do you really think... so people who have iPhones probably never need to see another commercial from Apple, I'm sure, right?
I don't think they do.
Yet they do still, because that's how advertising works. Because, you have to stay relevant, so advertising is important because there's going to be new people, growing up, evolving.
Well, it sounds like you need to be advertising Temtalk more.
That's true.
Get on it, Kennedy.
I am the host, I'm the talent, so I'm gonna say that's someone else's job.
Bob Chow says everyone knows what clothes are. There are never any commercials for clothing. There's so much. There's basically advertisements. Advertisements are always for stuff you already know about. Like, they're just that's how it works.
All right. Willow, was there anything you wanted to add on that question about ads?
I just really hope there's some sort of cheesy Belsodo ad where they try and recruit you.
That would be amazing. I would be down for that.
All right. Let's see. Oh, I think that's the end of our show. Oh, go ahead.
M&M's, Snickers, all the brand name candy bars that have been around for how many decades?
You got me.
Well, I was going to say, you can love or hate the Trump presidency, but it did teach us that repetition works. Like, just repetition. You repeat it over and over and over and over and over again. Somebody somewhere will take up. All right, so that's going to be our show for tonight. Let's go ahead and do our closing, and then we'll throw it to Willow for a turn 30. So for me, I actually have been really debating what I am doing with my life. I live stream D&D on twitch.tv, and I just have not had any other gaming content that I've really wanted to do on Twitch. So I think I'm just a straight Temtalk, or straight Temtem and D&D content creator for now.
Temtalk and D&D content creator. You don't stream Temtem.
Well, I don't stream Temtem, but yeah, Temtalk is still Temtem content creation. It's literally Well, you know what? We'll stop being Temtalk. We'll be Temtalk. So
we're not talking about Temtams either.
Welcome to Milk Talk Show. No, I'm kidding. You can on every Saturday night I'm streaming D&D on my Twitch channel, and if you really enjoy live storytelling and the freedom it brings, I really hope that you come and hang out with us. I'm not super interactive during the show, but afterwards we always hang out and talk in our Discord and talk about the episodes.
I'm usually typing to people in chat. Sometimes I try to respond to people on show and chat. So yeah, feel free to come and hang out with us live at any given point, because we do the after show as well on Twitch. People have asked to do it to upload them to YouTube, but I think we'll just keep it on Twitch. It's just kind of like special content for people that want to come and hang out with us live, because it's kind of funner to just interact directly, and it's funner for you to see that happening live, because you can see what people are typing and what we're interacting with. So.
All right. So again, my Twitch was twitch.tv/PresbyKennedy. Gaijin covered the channel, twitch.tv/TimTalkShow. Mr. Boo, where can the people find you?
Twitch.tv/It's Gaijinboo. GAIJINBUU. You can also find me on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Vero, whatever, anywhere basically but Facebook. So same name everywhere.
All right, and beautiful. I know you don't like being perceived, but is there anybody else you'd like to throw a shout out to?
No, I'm not real, so I'm actually impossible to find, and I don't know anyone.
Absolutely fair. All right, with that, I'm going to toss it to you, Willow. You have our turn 30 for today.
I had exactly one idea for the turn 30, and I'm going to read a bunch of controversial Temtem statements and see how it goes.
Oh, no.
So,
okay.
Teeny radars are not worth it. Ooh. And Momo isn't even that cute.
Ooh.
I think Psypark should be the main way of getting Tems instead of catching them in the wild.
What?
The housing market is way too easy to get into.
True.
And competitive is definitely only for casual players.
Oh.
I think Temtalk should rename to Talktem. I think that'd work a lot better. And Tataru is definitely the worst Temtem.
Oh,
Grumper, on the other hand, is A+ character
design.
Here.
All right, Willow has been moved to general chat. She's discussing disgusting things and facts. Welcome back.
Willow's evil.
Get to the worst.
There's a reason I love this woman.
What was the worst thing? Go ahead.
I think 5% Tems are too easy to find.
1% Tems, you think?
Yeah.
I could go for that. I honestly think that 5% Temtem should not have radars. Probably an unpopular opinion, but that's the whole point of 5%,
Lumas shouldn't be found in the wild. You should only get Lumas from breeding.
What? No. Stop. All right, you're done. Game over.
There's only one more.
No, I can't even.
There's another? All right. Keep going,
yeah,
keep going.
Fine.
I don't think that competitive matches should balance your Tems.
I mean,
that's one of the less controversial ones, but I'm covering all my bases.
Ugh.
Now I have to ask: are these just statements you wanted to make on Tim Talk, or do you wholly endorse any of these?
Oh, not at all. I don't endorse a single one of these. I just enjoy frustrating people.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can't even imagine how long a 1% radar would take. Like, good lord, I'd cry. I'd never complete it.
Man, a 1% radar would be real rough, but they probably wouldn't have radars for 1% anyway. And honestly, I still don't think they should have radars for 5% because it has made them way too common. Like, it's there's too many of them now. Like, the prices for 5% have plummeted. I mean, everything plummeted. The whole market plummeted.
As
But
an incredibly casual player, I'm very grateful for that.
yeah.
Yeah,
Because it's an MMO, so there needs to be grinding, but not everyone can grind, so I like that there is a way to get around that and still enjoy the game.
Yeah, I mean, radars are good for that, but I think they should have kept 5% without them. That would still leave every other Temtem to be achieved by radars.
yeah. I will love my danger noodle till the end of time. I definitely didn't put in the level of work some people have put in for it.
Poor
But
Lost Dragon. Poor magical one. So much time lost hunting Shween.
Yeah, I will not complain about it. We can have a whole discussion in the future on the gameplay loops they implemented with this last big patch and if they were successful or not. And we can also have a Sipanku speculation episode. Something we really stray away from on Tim Talk is speculation. So we have some room to do that because I don't think we've speculated on much. That said, that's going to be it for us. We're going to get out of here for our recording. Thank you for watching, and we'll hang out and do a little post show where Gaijin will learn something about competitive.
We'll see about that.
Thank you,
I'm going
everybody.
to verse Kennedy for our post show. It's going to be a Temtalk show versus Temtalk show battle royale.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. Have a great day. Bye.
Right.